Most NBA players are cool, but some NBA stars absolutely hate each other.
Wow, and look at this, whoa!
If he feel that strongly about it, then punch me in my face when you see me.
Butler, not happy with that.
I can guard him and he can't guard me. He's not even in my fucking league.
These are 10 NBA players who can't stand each other. And Gilbert-Arenas' beef with a player almost got him killed. It all started when, in December 2009, the Washington Wizards were on a team flight to their next game. On the plane, they were playing a card game and one player was losing a lot of money, 𝐺𝐤𝐴𝐻 𝐾𝐮𝐳. When Arenas joined the table, he was down $6,000. So he started talking trash and 𝐺𝐤𝐴𝐻 was pissed. That's when the two started threatening each other.
I was like, 𝐺𝐤𝐴𝐻, listen bro, I'll shoot you in your face, bro. Right? I'll shoot you in your face. He's like, well then I'm gonna shoot you in your knee.
Everyone thought it was a joke until on December 31st the locker room incident happened. Arenas brought 4 unloaded guns and asked 𝐾𝐮𝐳 to pick one, but 𝐺𝐤𝐴𝐻 said he didn't need one, put out his own loaded gun and pointed it at Arenas' head. Fortunately, he didn't pull the trigger, but these players' beef definitely went too far. But at least no one got murdered like in our next case, because when DeMarcus Cousins hated an NBA player, he absolutely destroyed his ass.
Approach became much different. Cousins throws it down and stands over.
Cousins and Meyers Leonard just couldn't get along. There was no specific reason for the hate, but Cousins disliked him and said that he isn't even a real defender. And after DeMarcus had a terrible game, making just 4 of 21 shot attempts and people praising Leonard for his defense, he was pissed. So he made sure that in their next game, no one was stopping him. When the two met again, Cousins scored 55 points on Leonard's head.
And they're doing both right now. And their big guys look to set picks for the guards at the same time. And really enough, Grant, if you look at the 8 extra looks that they got from those offensive rebounds.
He even spit out his mouthpiece as he was looking directly at Leonard at the bench. Now, Cousins is quite the emotional player, but even he didn't put someone in a chokehold like Draymond Green did.
Wow, and look at this, whoa!
Okay, what the hell happened here? It turns out these players' hatred developed over 5 years. First, it was just competitiveness when Green and Rudy Gobert fought for the Defensive Player of the Year award. Draymond won in 2017 and Ruby won 3 of the next 4. But when Gobert didn't make the All-Star game in 2019, he cried and Green started poking him, asking if he should have cried too when he didn't become an All-Star. Afterwards, it stayed quiet for a while, until in 2022, Draymond punched his teammate Jordan Poole, to which Gobert replied, "Insecurity is always loud." Ironically, 6 months later, Rudy punched his teammate Kyle Anderson, but instead on national TV, to which Draymond replied with the exact same words. The chokehold was the climax of the situation, and honestly, I think Green is ready for a fighting career after this one. Now we still have some heated moments to go, like 2 players who solved their beef in a wrestling match and a surprise at the end. But now we have to talk about the time Shaquille O'Neal hated a player because he didn't give him an autograph. When Shaq joined the NBA in 1992, he immediately became a star. But when he asked David Robinson to sign something for him, he denied. But that was just the beginning of their beef. Before the last game of the 1993-94 season, Shaq led the league in points with a 33-point lead over Robinson, until he was denied again. The Spurs ran every play for Robinson, so he scored 71 points and won the scoring title. But what happens when Shaq gets pissed? He totally dominates. He dunked on Robinson once, dunked on him twice,
Shaq spins. Oh, the extra move!
and swept him and the Spurs 4-0 in the 2001 Western Conference Finals by winning 3 consecutive championships. But wait, all of this was a lie?
It's not true, I made it all up. Mr. Robinson, I apologize.
Shaq actually lied to make himself furious and therefore play better. But hey, this rivalry was still fun to watch. But what is even funnier is that LeBron James had beef with a player because he did bottle flips during a game.
Oh, look at this. How about this? Ntilikina pushing him out of the way, and the crowd loves it. Now Cannon getting in his
The guy arguing with LeBron is Enes Kanter, and yeah, he kinda hates LeBron. This started after the 2017 NBA draft, when the Knicks selected Frank Ntilikina with the 9th pick and the Mavs Dennis Smith Jr. with the 10th. LeBron complimented Smith Jr. and said that the Knicks passed on a really good one. Kanter responded with a tweet saying, "Nope, we love what we got, thanks." Remember the clip you just saw? That was from the Cavs vs Knicks matchup that very same week. And Kanter got really pissed. After the game, he called out LeBron for doing bottle flips during a blowout game a season earlier.
And you ain't coming to my house playing that water bottle flip game again. You know what I mean? I don't care who you are, king, what do you call yourself, king, queen, princess, whatever you are. You know what, we're gonna fight.
And LeBron had the fitting answer.
Well, I'm the king, my wife is the queen, and my daughter is the princess. So
he added some salt to the wound when he shared a post on Instagram which claimed that he is the king of New York. Kanter answered by saying that New York already has a king, Kristaps Porzingis. I don't know what this guy is consuming, but Kristaps is not even playing for the team anymore, and he is definitely not the king. LeBron ended that argument by wearing a pair of Nike LeBron 15s that read "I'm king" in the next matchup. Meanwhile, Kanter hates LeBron up to this day. But two other NBA players solved their beef in a weird way. The guys you just saw were Dennis Rodman and Karl Malone, two of the greatest basketball players of their time. But why did they have beef? Well, they didn't really hate each other, it was rather for show. Malone's Jazz and Rodman's Bulls met in the 1997 and 98 NBA Finals. When they faced off, they played extremely physical, basically wrestling on the basketball court. But the craziest fact is that their wrestling match took place during the finals. Rodman even missed a training session to wrestle him. That means Karl Malone fought for a ring and in the ring. Unfortunately for him, unsuccessful in both cases. Now, in our next moment, two NBA players had to pay large amounts of money because of what they did.
I think it's tough for him because I can guard him and he can't guard me.
When Jimmy Butler and TJ Warren faced off, things got heated really quick. Warren swiped at Butler's arm as he drove to the hoop, with officials and teammates forced to separate the pair after they exchanged some heated words. Warren was ejected from the game as Butler blew him a kiss as he walked off the court. Jimmy really is a savage for this one. After that, Warren was fined $25,000 while Butler had to pay $35 grand. But it didn't end there. Everyone was hyped for the next matchup, and when it came, Jimmy whooped his ass.
I love that he was having fun with his little flip shot. Well, you see Butler spinning, Butler rising, Butler!
Butler scored 19 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists and got the win, while Warren shot just 5 of 14 from the field. Afterwards, the hate for each other never reignited, so I guess we can say that Butler won this beef. If you enjoy that type of content, make sure to subscribe to the channel, but for our third last moment, the hate of an NBA player led to him record a diss track.
You a clown, so go and enjoy the circus. Knee deep in the game and you barely scratching the surface.
This line refers to Marvin Bagley III, who declared himself as the best rapper in the NBA. I don't know who that boy is, but he is not better than Damian Lillard. Anyways, this is how their beef started, and after the song, Bagley responded with a diss track of his own called Checkmate.
I'm finna turn this game down to the chump change. I'm that main or that man or that mean. Whatever you want, nigga, I'm that clean.
But Dame wasn't done with him. He immediately released another song called Bye Bye.
Recognize when people hype you on a bogus mission. In my lane in both games and you in no position. If I'm your coach, I won't depend on you for no decision.
In my opinion, Dame won that battle, but judge for yourself. In any case, these players carried their hate off the court. But there's another NBA player who hates his teammate because he exposed him cheating on his girlfriend.
He'll never be trusted ever again in the NBA. This will stay with him for the rest of his career.
Nick Young and D'Angelo Russell were teammates on the Lakers from 2015 to 17. However, their relationship broke down after Russell secretly recorded footage of Young admitting to his teammates that he had cheated on his then fiancée, Australian rapper Iggy Azalea, and then somehow published it on social media. Come on man, you can't do that. She then left Nick Young after discovering the video. When he was asked in an interview which player he would like to face in the boxing ring, he immediately replied, of course, DAngelo. Russell's Lakers teammates were apparently upset with him for what they viewed as a breach of trust, and he was ultimately traded to the Brooklyn Nets. And since Young didn't want to invest in more energy into it, this is where the beef ended. But what if I told you that all the cases we just went through are meaningless in comparison to our last one? Because our number one beef destroyed a friendship. The friendship of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. You might be wondering, how can these guys hate each other? They won 6 championships together and are one of the most iconic duos in basketball history. But their relationship started to change when the documentary The Last Dance was published. Scotty said that he was upset because it was heavily focused on Michael instead of the Bulls' great team. He went from saying that he would choose Jordan over LeBron all the time to claiming that LeBron is the best basketball player of all time. Not only that, he also called Jordan selfish and said that he destroyed basketball. His ego was too big and therefore great team-based basketball suffered. Finally, to add insult to injury, Jordan's son Marcus started dating Scotty's ex-wife Larsa Pippen. Conclusively, Scotty went from loving MJ to hating him just because of a documentary. This story kinda breaks my heart. But what would break my heart even more is if you don't watch this video. These are times NBA trash talking went horribly wrong. Seriously, if you don't know them, you are missing out on something. Jordan, for example, literally lost a match to a regular person because of his trash talk. So just click on the screen. I'll see you there.